All right, all right. I welcome you all to this amazing training. I hope you all can hear me properly. I hope you all can see me properly. And I hope everything is good because today it's gonna be another blockbuster training because what I've got packed for you, it's gonna blow your mind away, right? So just give me a heads up if you can see me, hear me properly. Number one. Number two, if you're watching me for the first time, I'm Paul's business partner, and all the amazing applications that you're using right now goes a little bit of in that application goes from here and with your feedback. All right, just a little bit introduction about me for those of you who are watching for the first time. Okay, now what's the agenda for this call? Okay, for this training call, right? So mainly what we're gonna cover, there are two things. Okay, first, we are going to talk about this amazing feature we recently pushed. We recently made it live in Artistly application, which is how you can bring your own characters to storybooks. Right? That means how can you upload multiple characters. Right now it supports up to two. Right? And now you can put them and create a storybook. I will be showing you step by step. One. Second, there's a bonus. Okay, some bonus features that we've been getting asked for from, like, I think last couple of weeks, right? And we started adding them. So we'll show you that. Okay, step by step. So the way it's going to work is I'll show my screen, I'll go through the step-by-step process, then we will do the Q&A, and then for the next step we'll do the same, right? Just to keep things organized and keep things on the page. All right, so all clear, happy, good to go. And if that's the thing, and if everything looks good, we'll start the session. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen right now, so you should be able to see my. Let's get this rolling, guys. All right, everybody. I hope you can see my screen right now, and I'm super excited to show you step by step on how you can get two custom characters and create storybook with that. Right? This is gonna blow your mind. This is one of the most requested feature, and finally it's here as the beta feature. Again, it's not 100% perfect, but we are getting there. But it does the job wonderfully. Like, I just love the results, right? So without further ado, let's get started. So what do you need to do first? Okay, you need your character images and you need your story, right? So we're gonna take a little bit, we're gonna take a help of our amazing chat GPT, and then we're gonna ask it, hey, give me a story, give me the characters, give me this. If you have any idea, you can just give it, and it will, like, throw a bunch of different examples and ideas, and we'll kind of play with it. It's gonna be amazing. Okay, so what you gotta do is first, let's go to ChatGPT, and as you can see, I'm already playing with it. So I'm gonna say, okay, give me give me a moral story featuring two characters with their character description as well after you shared the story. Again, I'm just being very brief here, but you can go detail, right? Up to you. Character description, Mira. Okay, perfect. So now as it is going through it, I'm gonna take this description, copy it, go to the Artistly, come to AI Art Illustrator, multiple style options, and get my creations ready, right? Get my characters ready. You can pick any style, honestly, guys, but again, right, with the most popular demand, it works the best with Pixar style. Or if you want, you can use, like, Van Gogh or a vector or a comic book. See and tweak, right? You gotta tweak it because it's not perfect, but it does the job, right? So I'm gonna stick with Pixar style. I'm gonna paste my prompt. I'm gonna make sure it is 4:5, 4, and this is my first character being generated, right? By the way, just so you know, just to show you the glimpse, right, of what you will expect, what you can expect is something like, okay, I'll just share it once we follow this, once we kind of finish this process, so there's no confusion. Okay, so yeah, now we're gonna take Aaron here, and we're gonna go to AI Art Illustrator, 3D Pixar, paste Aaron prompt, 4:5, quantity, and generate, right? So let's see our first character. Okay, so it looks good. Okay, so we're gonna go with this one or this one. I would suggest, guys, you have these waist up shots to get good results, honestly, right? If you don't have a waist up shot, and if you just have a face close up shot like this, AI won't be able to understand what your character is wearing, what lowers they are wearing and stuff like that. So it tends to hallucinate. But yeah, we're gonna pick this and this for our storybook. Now what you have to do is you have to go to AI Storybook Studio. Okay, here you have to click on multi-character storybook. This was not there. We just made this feature live, and you're gonna love it, right? Because all you have to do, you're almost done. You're 80% done, right? You click on it, you click on create a new story, you click on choose from library, you pick the characters that you like. I like this guy, and I like this character, and I'm gonna do select. The less accessories they have, it is better, honestly speaking, but for now I'm just going with it. But you can ask again ChatGPT to kind of give you without accessories, just to be sure, because what if there's a scene where they should not be wearing that accessory, like a bag or a anything, right? It tends to hallucinate, right? AI will take that character with those accessories, right? And I'm gonna take my story now. Okay, I'm gonna take this story and I'm gonna copy my story script, come to paste here, and do 4:5 dimension and generate. That is it. That's all you wanted to do, right? Think about ideas literally with this, right? You can get your ideas, okay? Your ideas that you have in mind, that you have been thinking to create, can now actually come to life with just 2 images and 1 story, right? And that's how powerful it is. Let's rinse and let's repeat this process so that we are sure. We'll wait for a few minutes once these generations are once these basically illustrations are getting generated. But I just wanted to tell you guys, right? It will take some time. It's a beta feature. It's not perfect, but it does the job, right? And with your feedback and with your help, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make sure that those edge cases and stuff like that are also gets fine-tuned so that it works across the board. Now check this out, right? For this storybook that I created, I pushed this character image, and I pushed I think I pushed I don't know, I forgot. I think I put this one, this guy, right? Or maybe this guy I pushed, I forgot. Oh sorry, I pushed this guy, this one I regenerated it, and look at those results, right? Throughout this story, perfectly consistent and perfectly kind of following my page descriptions and stuff like that, right? Now there is one thing I would say here, because this is 80% perfect and not so much about and sometimes basically what I'm trying to say can it can go a little bit hallucination side. What I recommend you guys, always click on this eye, always regenerate, right? Just regenerate, right? Because that's gonna solve most of your problems. Because sometimes what happens is you have images where there are third-party elements are there. Now in this image we had fireflies and stuff like that. So It took me two regenerations to got it to where I want to, where the image should be. But that's the name of the game, right? You need to be perfect. You just regenerate it to get the perfect result. So we're gonna wait for a few more minutes until these images are done. I'm gonna show you how powerful this is, right? So okay, while these are getting generated, I want to show you how it works, right? So you go to AI Storybook Studio, multi-character storybook, create new story, just upload the characters, right? Now here I just want to be very clear, guys, where it fails and where it does not work and where we are working on it, right? So a lot of you guys wanted the graphic novel realistic style and stuff like it's not there yet. It works perfectly for 3D style images, right? Your illustration Pixar style images, and I would say it works decently okay with your, and you can test it, right, with your sketching, doodle, watercolor, any design you want, right? Any design you want, right? The thing is, you gotta give it some time, right? I mean, you gotta give it some time by regenerating it to get the perfect page, but you can put any kind of illustrations here, but avoid realistic, like avoid a photo of a realistic girl, right? It will generate, but the consistency will fail, right? Just want to let you know about that. And let's see, while we are discussing how many images getting generated, let me refresh my screen 1 second. All right, so look at those. How cool, how good these images are. Perfectly following my characters, my stories, and there you go. Yeah, some of them I would say, I noticed this one is quite not right, like hands and all that. Okay, whatever it is, I'll just regenerate, as I told you guys, right? The idea is because it's one of the most requested feature and you wanted it early, so we released it as the beta feature. Now, just for those of you guys who are watching it for the first time, I want to explain one thing about beta features. They're not production ready. I would say they're in experimental phase, right? What we call that is, we could, like, generally we wait, right? We launch these features for small number of people, and then we wait and see their response, right? So it's going to be a small group of people who will be getting access to this, and then they will be testing it and all that. Instead, with this approach, you just loved it, right? Like, hey, get the feature to us as soon as possible. We'll fix it. We'll give you suggestions, but we want the feature instant, because that is what we need for our existing projects, right? So since then, we kind of shifted our goal. That means all the features that would take months to get to your account, and you have to wait for months to get that feature finally, you get it instantly right away for absolutely free. No extra cost. The idea is, you just have to do some quick few generations, run it with some different prompts, and you get the results. But it does the job that you want. It does fulfill, it does the final thing that we want, which is getting you the illustration for the final output. And that's the goal, right? And now what you have to do to convert it into a flipbook, easy peasy, right? All you do is go to AI Storybook Studio, like, I'm in the personal design, so I will go to that respective studio, click on create flipbook, select the story, create the flipbook, right? Right now, I just want to let you know the front cover creation is not automated for this feature. The only reason it's not perfect. So I don't want to give you something that is still not perfect and I'm not convinced with, right? We only make the features that I'm convinced, the team is convinced, so we're not convinced. For the timing, if you want these front cover images to be created, what you can do, you can, I'll show you. You can go to consistent character tab, multiple characters there, upload these two, and then you can give a prompt like, take a little bit of ChatGPT's help there. But the idea is, you can add a read aloud narration, you can change it to any language, you can select the page template. By the way, a lot of you were asking that, hey Yash, can we use our own template without the border with some other creation? Yes, you can. So when you click on browser built-in, this blank is without the borders, right? And stuff like that. You can generate new with the AI, or you can upload, right? Make sure if you upload, it has to be the same dimension that you created your images. Otherwise, it will have issues, right? Obviously. So I'm just gonna keep this for now, and then yeah, that's it, right? I'm gonna pick the blank and generate the flipbook. Easy peasy, right? If you wanted to bring two characters in life, right, with your own story, perfectly synced with your own script, right, you can do this. Now I can ask it for a more script if you want more pages. Now I can ask it, hey, I want this character, that character, but you get the final idea, right? That's the final idea. And just to recap, right, you go to AI Storybook Studio, you go to multi-character storybook, you go to create new story, you upload your character's image. Make sure the character image is the illustration style. Realistic is not supported right now. Make sure they are two, and make sure they are front facing and they are full body. That means from their head to their toe, everything is visible so that AI does not hallucinate and it does not break the consistency issue, right? And you put in your script. You can put up to 5,000 characters here, and I know a lot of you guys wanted more, so definitely working on that. And dimensions all are supported, whatever supported dimensions are there. And then you can take these images, you can go to AI bulk actions, right? Let's say a lot of you might say that, hey, I want all of these images, Yash, upscaled and converted to 300 dpi, or I want it in horizontal format, whatever it is. So let's say you create a new action, you choose from library, you pick all of your images for the time being. Let's say I'm going to select 5. You can create a workflow, right? You can say, oops, my issue. Add the step. I can say, hey, please smart expanded. Please make it 16 by 9. Hey, please upscale it and only upscale. Hey, I can say, please convert to 300 dpi and build action. And you can say just test, whatever it is, 1, and just build it. Yeah, just run it. So what's gonna happen is it's gonna take all of those images, right, and it's gonna give you basically converted, expanded, upscaled 300 dpi version, right? So that's the thing. I'm gonna show you that, right? I'm gonna show you this. Look at this, like stuff like this. Pretty powerful. If you are like thinking of like having these, like you could initially create these in 16 by 9 if you wanted to, but that's the idea, right? You can always one second, I'm just gonna refresh it. Yeah, and you can always kind of get it what you want, right? And these are upscaled version. If you download them, these are upscaled, converted to 300 dpi, so much better, high quality, right? For your storybooks, for your videos, if you want it, and stuff like that, right? So I hope you love this feature. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section, and I'm gonna come to your questions, and we'll cover all the questions now. All right, so that was pretty powerful, right? So let me know what are your questions right now, and then we'll move to the next part of the training. Is like, okay, what are the other things? People were asking about comic strips, some new bonus thing that I've promised you, right? So one question I got is the integration, right? Is integration between multiple applications? Yes, it's being worked on right now. Artistly and Video Express is seamlessly integrated, and we're going to work on for other features, right? I don't see the final storybook. I will show you, Jeff. Jeff asked, I don't see the final storybook. Jeff, I'm going to show you the final storybook right now, right? As we covered the bonus one, and I will show you the final storybook. Or probably I can just give you guys the link to take a look at that, and it will be pretty powerful, right? So, is the 2 character minimum number of character? Okay, let me just show, right? Is the 2 characters the minimum number of characters we can use, or is the only number of characters? So that is minimum and that is maximum, actually. The way you can let me know how you want this, but the way I thought about this, right, is because you can upload single character anyways, right? If you go to AI Storybook Studio, and go to idea to storybook, script to storybook, you can anyways upload the character, right? So we want to keep it at least minimum 2, and as we grow we might add 3, 4, stuff like that, right? So that's the goal with it. You can let me know if you have any other questions. Robinson, sorry, I'm pronouncing it wrong. um when we will get the capability to create 2-page spreads in storybook. So Dawn, Adams, do you mean 2-page spread meaning like a speech bubble kind of stuff? Well, I might, this bonus that I'm going to show you, the bonus feature, might be, you might be able to get that, you might be able to create that using that. So stick around and I'll show you. Yeah. Okay. So the single character, you can upload a real photo of someone, and can this be done in the multiple character? Okay. So with the multiple characters, you can of a real photo of someone, but I don't suggest you. You know what I suggest to you is, there's a trick, there's a hack you can play, right? Right now it does not support real photo. If you do it, obviously results will come, but it's not going to be good, right? What you could do, you could actually convert that real person using photo editor or a human stylizer to convert it into 3D Pixar style and then use it. You see, you can tweak it like that. So that's one thing you can do, right? Let me know if that solves the question. Steve Barker. So okay, so was it a long way? Thanks for that bulk action. I was in the process of doing this the long way. Thanks, man. No worries. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. This one major upgrade coming to AI bulk action, I'm going to reveal that at the end. I'm so excited to share that. I call it custom upscaler, by the way. Anyways, so can the app show characters from here, that is back of their heads? Oh yeah, 100%. So if you give it, so David's question, if you want to, actually I'm thinking about to add this feature, you let me know. it it will edit your image as your prompt is, right? If your prompt is, say, show me behind the scene shot, like over the shoulder, there are different shot types, right? Over the shoulder, close up, POV shot, and stuff like that. My camera keeps blurring. Okay, POV shot and stuff like that. So that is possible. One thing, you know. But I'm thinking of a feature where you upload a character image and it gives you a character sheet, side, right, top, bottom. That's like, I don't know if it's gonna help you. Let me know what you think about it, guys. David, if that helps, it's just gonna give you one character sheet with character front, back, side, left, up, bottom. If that helps you. I mean, I don't know. So 2-page spread. Okay, two-page spread is a single image spanning 2 images. Oh, well, there are 4 spread. Then it's coming. What in the bonus feature, model printing and design? In the bonus, you can do 4 comic strip. Just wait a little bit. I'll show you. I'm super excited for that. Right. Um, I missed your prompt entered in ChatGPT. So it's very simple these days. I'll tell you honestly, guys. My ChatGPT is my phone, right? Like, I mean, I just speak and like, hey, act if you are an expert, and give me a storybook script, because these AI models are getting better and better and better. Obviously you need to instruct them properly, but I just said, like, hey, just give me a moral story featuring 2 characters with their character description. That's all, honestly, I asked. And I generally don't even type. I hate typing, honestly. I just do voice notes. I wish in our Facebook group, I could like give you voice notes. I would have answered all your questions like instantly. Like, I love talking and I hate typing anyway. So that's the thing I do. So can you generate the text on the same page as the picture? Joya, something I want to show you right now. Stick around, right? You're gonna love this. We can do comic pages with this unique bonus feature, right? I'll show you. Could you please do the tutorial? I'm gonna do that right now in the next 5 minutes. We'll go 5 more minutes taking all the questions. We'll go again into the step by steps, and then we'll take all your questions. Easy peasy. All right. So character sheets would be cool, not just behind the head, but in different character. Sounds great. That would be good. Character sheet. Good. Um, can you download each image to use in Word document to finish? 100%. You can download each image. You can upscale them. You can download at bulk. You can do all that, right? So it appears okay. Just okay, comics. All right, now let's do the bonus thing, right? So you are saying the page spread, right? It based if you give the feature that I'm going to reveal right now, it's going to do that. Two spread, four spread like a comic strip. I'm so excited about it, right? So let's get into this. Nancy, I'll get to your question just after this, yeah? Just I'm gonna start sharing my screen and you're gonna love it, right? So everyone's ready? All good? Awesome. Perfect. So I'm gonna share my screen 1 second. Oops, sorry. Hope you can see my screen now. Now, as you probably have guessed, we secretly launched some new features and new settings and stuff like that, and now it's time to reveal them. It's time to see how you can use them again, right? As I already, if you saw the post that I did in our Facebook groups, that I'm going to reveal this on today's training as well. So now this is the time, right? So a lot of you were asking, right, where, hey, how did you get the the speech bubble, the comic strip, a comic style page? Now I'm going to show you how you can do that, plus some other things, right? So any questions you have, do post them in the comments like I did, like we did previously. We're gonna come back to your questions once I finish the step by step. Cool? Awesome. So as you probably guessed it, if you come inside the Artistic Designer version 6, you're gonna see a new category called Artistic Designer version 2. I mean to say AI Image Designer version 6. Under that, you'll see Artistic Designer version 2, and this category, some magic in it. Some magic in it. I'm going to show you, right? So I had a little chat with the Chat GPT, where you probably seen that post that I posted this morning, right? A storybook, Artistly, and stuff like that. I asked Chat GPT to create me the 4-strip comic, okay, with the character, and you can just ask it, right? Hey, can you give me 4-strip comic? And when we will share the documentation, I will give you this exact prompt that I have used so that you get the similar results. But you have to start with, if you want those comic strip speech bubbles, you need to create me a 4-strip comic featuring 4 panels and keep my character consistent throughout all the panels. And look at this. It's gonna come like this. I'm gonna copy it, come here, paste it, do 4 times, choose aspect ratio, and generate. Now the magic here, guys, I'm gonna generate one more, right? Again, click to V6, artistic V2, paste it. Let's say this time I want 2:3, 4 ratio, or 4 quantity, and generate. The idea here is it's gonna give you the outcome, right? I've been playing with it, right? I've been just creating some more stories. Look at this. Look at this. You're gonna get outcome like this. I created using Artistic V2. The thing here is, now you can have those speech bubbles with perfect text, with consistency, like a comic strip, and you can generate it for, the things that you could not previously with Create from Prompt or AI Art Illustrator or Artistic Designer. Now you can create it using this. How powerful it is, right? I was just playing with it, and even like today's thumbnail, right? I created using this, right? Look at that. How good the results are, right? When it comes to the text, the strips, and all that. Like, we developed this space, just so you know, right? Look at this. Look at that, right? Look at this. Can I bring my multiple characters? Yes, now you can. Wow, really? Totally worth it, And then obviously you're gonna have some cases where it's gonna give you good results, some cases where it's gonna give you okay results, and some cases you're gonna get great results, just like this. But the idea here is now you can create these comic strip, right? Look at this, right? This comic strip kind of related stuff with your character with speech bubbles in just one prompt. How powerful it is. Imagine You can actually create this as an ad or as a post for social media for talking about your new launch, talking about your product, like a fantasy characters talking about your product, talking about your anything, right? Anything you can imagine was not possible before. It was, if it even if it was, it would be like, all over the places. Now you get it, right? Some of the things where you have to regenerate it, obviously. Again, and this, I just wanted to hone in on this one perspective. All of you are very supportive, right? And I really appreciate that fact, right? But I just want to mention some few users who say that, okay, this is not perfect, that is not perfect. I just want to hone in on that one idea that it's all AI. It's not a human interventions there, right? So the better you give the prompts, the better your wordings are, the better it is. And you don't have to be an expert in giving any prompt ideas, right? Because you can take help of ChatGPT, Gemini, or whatever AI you use to help you get the perfect idea. Because generally what I used to do, I used to just say, I don't even write it, guys. I don't even write it. I just say, okay, it is saying me watercolor. Okay, please give me watercolor style, right? Now, just wanted to let you know that Artistic Designer V2 is not just created to do these comic strips, right? It can do so many stuff that was not possible before, So I'm gonna take this prompt and I'm gonna do regenerate, and I'm gonna this time, you can create it any style as long as you mention it. You can get, it's good text. If you want perfect text, obviously we have this perfect text and image designer, But the whole purpose of designing the Artistic Designer version 2 is to basically, fill those gaps where Create from Prompt was failing, V4 Image Designer was failing, Artistic Designer was failing, specifically like these comic panels, these comic pages, some text consistency, style consistency, and stuff like that, right? And now again, don't be limited, right? You should not be limited of what you can do with these, right? Any idea, just drop in there. It's not gonna cost you an extra. It's not gonna cost you any extra because you get as many creations you want. That's the power of Artistly. Number two, you can actually bring in. Look at this, how cool this came, right? Can I bring my multiple characters in a storybook? Yes, now you can. Wow, really? Totally worth it. Absolutely great, right? As long as you get the idea in there, like, and some of these are not quite good, it's okay. No worries. I only want one for my Pinterest, for my social media, for my website, for my design, for the project, right? So go ahead with it. Your imagination is the limitation here, right? Anything you can imagine now with the help of Artistic Designer. That's why I want to hone in on that. We got seamless patterns, social media posts, Artistic V2, Artistic V1, perfect text and image, create from prompt. If you're not sure about the styles, we have entire style options under AI Art Illustrator, so that play with it, right? The idea is now you got all these tools at your I would say in your toolbox, right? It's now your time to not be limited. Okay, I can't do this with that thing. Why not try it? See the outcome. You might be shocked. We never know. You see what I'm trying to say? So that's my goal with it, right? So I hope you're gonna enjoy this. And if you've already started creating on it, please do let me know. Right? Please do let me know in the chat box, in the comment sections. Also, now I want to mention one another thing that we recently did, right? Which is a lot of you guys post on Pinterest and stuff like that, right? So for that, we've created a specific Pinterest pin creator. Now, this is not your random Pinterest pin creator. This is not just give a prompt, stuff like that. This has the power of mirror magic and a power of Pinterest. Meaning, let's say I go to Pinterest, I'm scrolling. Excuse me, I'm scrolling. I like this, for example, right? This has, I don't know how many likes. This has 67 likes or whatever it is, right? Now, I like this. All I have to do is copy the link, okay? Come here, click on Pinterest pin creator. The power of mirror magic is already in here, it's gonna take that Pinterest thing, right? It's gonna take that pin, it's gonna decode the prompt inside it, right? So you don't have to, manually do the process, and then it's gonna say, okay, while the text blah 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 blah, and it's gonna say, okay, you bake crunchy hot honey chicken recipe. So it's gonna give you this prompt. You can go ahead with it and create your own variations with it. But if you don't want to, you can always click on this magic edit option, say change the text baked crunchy hot honey chicken recipe to baked soft chicken recipe. I'm just giving something, right? Edit the prompt. You don't have to find the words and stuff like that. It's going to edit the prompt for you, wherever it is mentioned. Go with high quality, go with fast, whatever you want, right? And let's say this time I want 9:16, the Pinterest ratio, and generate. Boom. That's it. Wait for a few minutes and you're going to get your perfect pin created for you based on your inspiration, right? Obviously, it's not going to copy and paste the same image. It's going to think on its own, give it its own unique touch, and going to give you. So, that whole manual process of doing this, arranging the columns, arranging the rows, arranging the text, editing the text is not there. But even after some editing, or even after some generations, you're not happy with the text, you can always bring these images to Advanced Designer and edit it, right? That's the power of it. That is the power, right? So now let's say if I'm gonna go to Pinterest again, and this time I search for dinner ideas. Now think about all the Q4 is coming, right? Going forward, our trainings will be more focused on how you can maximize this Q4, right? All the niches, all the categories, all the product ideas, all the things where you can get maximum traffic, maximum free traffic, how you can optimize, monetize with all these product ideas, different niches and all that. That's my goal, right? So every single week I'm going to drop golden nuggets, right? And Pinterest is one of that, right? It's one of the most underutilized platforms still till to date that a lot of people miss to get that free traffic, free engagement. That if you sell something that you think that okay, Pinterest has that audience, you can go nuts with it, right? That's the power, right? That's the power. Let's see for generation. Look at that. Pretty cool. Baked soft chicken recipe. Whatever you want, you got it, right? Now if you want to create more, you can always copy the design prompt, right? Go to let's say for example, you can go always copy here, go to V6 and generate more, right? Any designer you want, you can pick any one of them. Let's say I do artistic designer V2. I do that. I do 9:16. I do 4 and I generate. So the process of you finding the perfect picture, making sure it matches the theme, like it's game changer, guys. Think about this, right? Now let me show you, right? So Pinterest trends, home decor stuff, wall art stuff like these are very popular, and you can directly link it with your Etsy store, your specifically we were talking about Thanksgiving recipes, Christmas and stuff like that. It's time to get on these and pick that niche, and we're gonna help you again, right? My goal is not to just leave you in the dark. I'm gonna give you the step-by-step framework. Don't you worry about that, right? But just wanted to show you the power of this, right? Look at that. I mean, it came out pretty good. You got multiple different options of fonts and stuff like that. You can obviously change it, rinse and repeat it, right? Let's try it one again. I'm having a lot of fun with this, right? So let's let's do delicious high protein creamy beef. How many likes it has? 104 likes. That's a lot. That's crazy. All right, so I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go to design assistant. I'm gonna go to Pinterest pin creator. I'm gonna drop that pin, right? No need to download, export this. Just copy paste, easy peasy. Generate the prompt. Let's see. It's gonna take some time, right, to decode that thing. Now here I want Recipe Co is the website. I want to change this. So I want to change recipeco.com to mywebsite.com. Apart from that, I want everything. I like the style, I like the design, I like the aesthetic, I like it. I would just keep it. High quality, 9 by 16, and generate. Easy. One step, right? One step. You don't like it, regenerate it. You don't like something, regenerate it, right? Different fonts, different ideas, different stuff. It's just game changer, guys. Game changer, right? Let's try with one more thing, right? And we can actually do it for anything, honestly, right? Excuse me. We can actually do it for any niche you want, any category, right? I just like, I just had my dinner, so looking at this, I feel more hungry though. Anyways, let's try the crispy beef rice bowl, right? So let's check this out. So I'm gonna copy this, go to personal design, click on design assistant, Pinterest pin creator, drop that in, easy peasy, right? Generate the prompt instead of crispy beef rice bowl. Okay, so I want to, okay, so here's the thing, right? Okay, change the text and images to, and I can say crispy from crispy beef rice balls to crispy. I really don't know because I know a little bit of cooking. I'm learning that, but yeah. So, is there anything something like honey rice ball? Crispy honey rice ball, soft honey rice ball. I mean, guys, I'm like, I'm being my own chef. Like I'm doing all these crazy recipes that might not be available. So don't quote me on that. But I'll probably cook something like that. Anyways, look at that. Look at how cool it is, right? Delicious, high protein, creamy pasta, right? Does it say beef pasta? Yeah, beef pasta. Okay, it does say that. Mywebsite.com, yourwebsite.com. How cool it is. Ready to be published on Pinterest. Again, you can absolutely take this, okay? Copy this, and then you can go to, any creator you want. Perfect text, artistic. Let's try artistic, honestly, because artistic generally, the version 1 is designed to give you more design ideas. Whoa, is that something like this available? Like maybe this AI made it up. I don't quote me on this, but that's your soft honey rice bowl, which looks good to me. Anyways, but you got that my plan, right? The actual image is this. It just, because I changed the images, kind of changed the flow, but you get it, right? That's the power, and you see this, right? With artistic designer V1, that's the limitation, right? It does not take the text properly. That's why we had this, right? The V2 that is artistic as well and takes the text part of it, right? This is the version 1. Now let's do with version 2. You're gonna see, right? So in Artistly itself, and a lot of you are already like kind of figured it out already. But in Artistly itself, you have multiple different settings and models and unique AIs that will give you for the same prompt different results, and that is where your creativity comes in. Whatever platform or generator or category that gives you the results that you want, you can go with it. That's my goal is to fulfill all of your demands, right? All of your feedback, all of your requests. Now I could not possibly not humanly possible to kind of culminate, or for a better word, kind of combine all the things in one. It's not humanly possible. So I created these categories, right? And by doing that, we kind of have our own tools and home of different AI generations that whichever one gives you the best result, go with it, right? Come to AI image designer V6. There are literally 6 or 7 different type of designers in front of you. Use them, right? You go to Art Illustrator, there are like 50 designers. Use it. The goal should not be it's like, okay, this is better, that is best, or this is not good, or that is not good. The goal is, are you able to utilize it? Are you able to go from an idea to a finished product, an idea to a finished design as quickly possible by being on the forefront, right? By getting the things out there faster so that you get results quicker, right? That's the whole point of it, right? And I'll just want to hone in on that is we forget this idea and we so much get into this idea, this has to be perfect, this needs to be perfect. That is never meant to be the case. What the case was, if we can be quicker, right, and if we get as good as results by us manually compared to us manually putting those hours into this, it is as good as the copy of you times 100 working for your business by you spending less time while simultaneously getting the results you want, right? More traffic, more sales. That's the whole point, right? That's the bread and butter of doing all this. And this is just a tools, right? This is just tools to get you to the final stop, to get you to that final destination. I hope you loved it. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. What do you think about this? What are the ideas? And I know there are still so many requests, ideas, feedbacks that are yet to be implemented. But believe me, guys, okay, every word you said, every feedback you have given, and every reply and comment means a lot, first of all. Second, is being fed, literally printed in my brain and on the platform with our support team and our devs team, right? That it's being worked on. When are they going to get released? It's going to depend on the priorities, the ease of implementation, scalability factor. It should work without bugs and stuff like that. And believe me, every single request that you made is going to be possible in the next few weeks, months, or coming days. Why? Because everything that you said has a value, and I really appreciate it, and I know that it can significantly improve artistry as a from a user experience, as a as the outcome. And I'm gonna slowly get to this artistic designer V2, the comic strip. I'm telling you, right? I was doing the webinar literally last month, and somebody said that, and that gave me this idea. I said, okay, I am gonna implement this, right? It took us some time, and it's finally here, right? Just same thing with the storybook studio, right? Someone said, hey, yes, it would be amazing, right? It would be amazing to have our own story instead of AI giving me the writing the story for me. I said, okay, give me some time, guys. Give me some time, right? I'm gonna get it. It's finally here. Somebody said that last month. Hey, it would be amazing, Yash, if you could add two characters together so that we can create the storybooks. It's finally here. It took some time, right? Now finishes, the edge cases, because these are very just time consuming testing. Very regressive testing has to be done for across the board, because gotta deliver, right? They gotta deliver, they gotta work. So yeah, so I hope you and I know you're seeing that, I know you're appreciating, and that means a lot to me. But yeah, just need that, little patience, little bit. We don't ask you for anything for all this, right? We don't ask a single dollar for any upgrades or whatsoever for artistry. It's been doing that. I just want to mention this because a lot of times we get into that one or two little things, and most of you guys have been so appreciative, so much positive, so more patient, and that makes me go to that next level, go above and beyond, right? But if anything, right, as I said, if anything breaks, anything, just let me know, right? We ain't going anywhere. We ain't taking Artistry Tomorrow out of the world or whatever it is. We are here. We are here to listen. We are here to listen all your requests. We are here to listen all your feedback, all your stuff. It's just that if you share it with us, with that tagging me or Paul or team, in the support group, in the meta group, Facebook group, whatever you want, right? I'll be always there to help you, right? But the thing is, if you can take it as a thing where yeah, hey, yes, this is a thing. If it's just informative, because it's been happening in the last couple of weeks in the meta group. Anyways, I'll just keep it there. So let me stop sharing my screen. Let's get into some of your questions. I know I kind of stretched it a little bit, but yeah, I hope that makes sense. Let me stop sharing my screen and let's see your questions now. All right, okay. Whenever I do this my camera ad starts acting weird. Anyways, so until it does, let me know what you think about this, guys. Let me know what you think about artistic designer V2. What do you think about that? It's just crazy, right? Again, it's AI, so you gotta be a little bit. And it's a new feature, right? So as we are doing the testing, I will be sharing. Some prompt ideas, some cool tricks and tips in the meta group. So if you have not joined the Facebook group, missing a lot of things. You have the direct connection, right? You can just directly tag me, ask me questions, pin me, just message me. Sometimes these days I'm even like, hey guys, let's get on a call, right? Let's get on a quick call and just fix it, right? Because my goal is to get you where you want to be, right? As quickly as possible, as easy as possible, as efficiently as possible, right? So now it's time for fun, right? Let's do some Q&A, some fun, because we did it has been almost like an hour we've been discussing about this. So some fun. So what you guys have been up to? I just really want, we really never, we always do these official live trainings, but this live trainings is basically, are meant to connect, to collaborate, to share, right? So what are you guys up to? What are you guys focusing on right now? Q4 is coming, my goal, and I'll be sharing the agenda, the organization's agenda, the each individual application's agenda, and some things that we have planned and what's going ahead. Every week there's like 2-3 features. Every single week there's some 2-3 unique features. It's just crazy. And just constantly feedback means a lot. Always your feedback is the key, guys. You share it. I was like, okay, let's see how to make it possible, right? So I'll start with mine, right, and you can chime in. What our focus right now, right, is number one, for storybooks, we're working on adding more languages, right? So I wish these things are not planned. So from next time I'll be more planned and I will have a PowerPoint presentation, but I just wanted to do it more casual. Whatever is in my mind, sometimes we get fresh ideas, right? Only fresh ideas are coming in mind, right? So ability to more languages, right? Malay language is in the list. Chinese Mandarin language is in the list. Arabic is in the list, and you can let me know right now, right? I'll add them. It's easy, right? It's one thing. Second thing is basically let me just, so many things. I just have to, my brain is literally doing calculation right now, which one to share, which next week, so many things. Anyways, pet portraits getting a massive upgrade. I hear you. Yeah. Right now with pet portraits inside AI design agent, and the reason I'm doing it, right, I just want to hone in on that, right? I'm not doing it because okay, it's a massive massive upgrade and stuff like that. The reason I'm doing it is because Q4, right? Personalized gifts market and the demand is gonna go sky high, right? Q4, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas, New Year, this, that, Thanksgiving, this, right? So it's gonna go crazy, right? So pet portraits, right? Massive upgrade. I'm just blown away, right? Is you can literally take your dog and your cat and have really every single bits and piece. I mean, not bits and piece, I would say. Face details and everything details will remain the same in that portrait design. You're gonna love it, right? That's happening. Third thing I'm working on right now is the languages I told you, right? Third thing is there are some behind the scenes that has to be fixed. I'm just give me some time. Sorry, I'm just thinking so many in my list, right? Uh, what was that other thing? Yeah, yeah. Now I remember. Yeah. So basically, what's happening is in the bulk actions, right? This is a big one, right? It took me some time. Custom upscaler, meaning I hate this thing. That's I hate it. Artistly can't do this. I'm gonna make it possible, right? So think about this, right? You created an image 2:3 or 3:4, 4:5, any image, right? Any dimension. Now that platform that you're uploading it to, that ask you for that weird dimension, right? What are you gonna do? So my idea is, I still have to talk to the developers, so don't quote me on that. It will be better. So what I told them, like, hey, something like, do the magic, right? So something where you put the dimension that is required by your third party platforms like KDP, Etsy, blah 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 blah, print on demand platforms. You put that dimension that you require, and then it's going to tell you that which aspect ratio you want your images to be created in using Artistly. You create it, then you just go there and put it there. So what it's going to do, it's automatically going to upscale, resize, and convert it to 300 dpi for that aspect ratio that you have added, that custom aspect ratio. It's a big one, right? Big one. I was like, I won't share a little bit because I won't share much, but I'm preparing for the Q4, seeing crazy things happening, right? There. So that is one thing that I'm working on. I really want to get this because it's gonna solve that issue, right? I'm thinking to add it in the bulk action. So actually, right, you guys tell me all the languages. Let me make a note of that, and I will make it. I'll make it live, right? So let me actually make a note. 1 second. I just make so many things, so I'll just make a note. 1 second. Let me just open my notes. So languages to be added for flip books, storybooks, right? Okay, one I see Arabic, another I see Polish, another one what was that? Okay, Chinese Mandarin language. I think that's correct. um and what's the other one? That is another language that you guys, Marathi. Yep, Marathi. And Arabic, Malay language, because uh Ukrainian. Okay, Ukrainian. Irish language, Norwegian. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Norwegian, German or Swedish. Elric is German or Swedish is already in the application. No, if it is not, I'll still write it. German and I think I already added. Like we already added it. So Kamuro language. I have never heard about that. Interesting. There's so many languages. Spain. I mean, Spain is Spanish, right? Eldred? So I'm just confused. Spain is a language or Spanish is the language, right? So Cantonese Chinese. Okay, Cantonese Chinese. We're gonna get some massive upgrades. Dutch. I think we'll go through this again, right? In how many languages are available? 1 second. Spanish. Yes, Spanish is uh, Tagalog is already there. I think I already implemented it. Swahili. Okay, and Comoro, Northern Mariana Island. Okay, Comoro, Northern Mariana Island. I'm literally like typing this, right. I'm gonna get this implemented right away. I mean, on priority. Slovak, Greek language, Greek. Yeah, obviously, because these are so many languages. We're just I mean, if it does not work, just give me some time. Like we'll make sure, because most of these languages I really don't know. So Assamese language, okay, interesting. Assamese language, Mandarin. I think I read Chinese Mandarin language, Cantonese Chinese. Uh, uh, Esperanto. Is there any language called Esperanto? Yoruba? Oh my god, like wow. There's so many languages I don't know. I only know Hindi and English. Wow. Yoruba language. Danish language. Wow. Crazy. I don't okay. Kannada. Okay. Kannada, we already do Kannada. We already do Kannada in the storybook, by the way. Yoruba language, Yoruba, Vietnamese, one second, Vietnamese. So the chat is going like that. That's why Yoruba. In choose one, why are the pictures stored in strange way? One second. Okay, so I think that's it, right? So okay, so languages I finalized. Uh, Arabic, Polish, German. Okay, I think we have German, but I'm just gonna write it German. I'm gonna show you, right? Okay, can you? Okay, so I'm just gonna do. Okay, I'll confirm this language and we'll go to your question. So, okay, Arabic, Polish, Chinese Mandarin, Marathi, Malay, Ukrainian, Irish. I'm saying like I'm not saying okay. I'm not saying all these languages will be possible. Whatever from the major, I'll try to get all these languages possible. If any one of is not available, just give me some time. I'll make it happen. But anyways, Arabic, Polish, Chinese Mandarin, Marathi, Malay, Ukrainian, Irish, Norwegian, I guess, German, Swedish, Comoro, Northern Mariana Island, Cantonese, Cantonese, Chinese, Dutch, Swahili, Slovak, Greek, Assamese, Yoruba, Danish, Vietnamese, and German, and Indonesian. Okay, got it. So now let's see what are these languages here, okay, in the application, right? So just so that we are on the Hebrew. Hebrew is there. Hebrew is there, guys. Hebrew is there. If not, I'll just add it. Sorry, if it is not, so that I don't want to miss any language, right? Hebrew, Yoruba. I added Yoruba. I added. Okay. Let's see. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen? Okay, so I'm just checking this, right? So this is the Jeff. Your question was, can you show me the storybook? This is the storybook look like. They all look like. So that final storybook, right? Now let's see. We are talking about the languages for these storybooks, guys, just so that we know, right? So if we go to AI personal design, and if we go to AI storybook, and this is the David and Goliath story I was creating. Anyways, if we click on create flipbook, select the story, create the flipbook. All these languages are already available, by the way, guys. You can click on this English language. You can see Danish, Dutch, German, Filipino, Kannada, Polish, Spanish, Swedish, Tagalog, Tamil, Kannada, so just want to let you know. So just want to let you know. Also, one another thing, a lot of people make this mistake, but definitely from the list I showed you, from the list I showed you, if there's any language that is not available, I will get those implemented. Number one. Number two is keep what was that? Yeah. Oh, sorry, I forgot. What was I saying? This language I'm gonna get it added, and yeah, okay, I forgot. I remember now. Yeah, is basically the languages you want your storybook in these languages, right? Make sure the input text you give has to be in English. This is going to translate your English text, okay? So either you use script to storybook or idea to storybook. Give your output in English. Come here and pick those languages, then it will automatically, that's how it is working. So just want to let you know, we got some people talking mentioning about this, so just want to let you know, given English and then come there and pick the languages, right? So that's the thing. And I will get these languages, right? If not, anyhow, next week, in the next few days, whatever it is, these are some hidden things you don't know until I reveal them, right? And so yeah, so four things, right? Majorly from to look forward is pet portraits, massive upgrade. You're gonna love it, right? And we're thinking about the custom aspect ratio and language edition, right? And oh yeah, another thing, I get quite a lot of questions is for fully illustrated Bible stories for young children. I'm going to create a specific category for that. Would you be interested in that, guys? or you can just take the stories, because there will be a category to create fully illustrated Bible stories for young children to be able to create them, you know. So I'm thinking something like that would be really interesting to have, right? So like it would have like it literally have, all these stories, right? It would have all these stories of David, and like I literally was researching about it. Let me actually see, 1 second, let me just, I was just literally like, yeah, all these stories I was thinking, Noah's Ark, the Golden Calf, David and Goliath, and the Tower of Babel, right? And all these stories, there will be options, right? There will be King Solomon's wisdom, So there will be these stories. All you gotta do is pick them, and it will automatically create full illustration of the Bible stories. So how would you want it, guys? You can literally tell me right now. I'm have not started working on it yet, so just thinking if that would be interested. Though these will be illustrations, right? So you know how illustrations are, right? And I can actually show you, right? So I was just playing with it, right? So um I was just seeing how good, because our artistic designer V2 does really good images. Like I just gotta say, like, so good, so good, I just love it. So I just want to show you, right? So I created this quick David and Goliath story, and it's pretty good. I mean, I like the result. And then I was just if you see, I was just playing with it, right? Like these create fully. Like I was just to let you know, I was creating a post for our Facebook group, and like these will be illustrations, will be like these, right? Would you be interested in something like that, guys? Where one click you get these, you pick the story, you pick like this is, I think, the Noah's Ark or something like that. You pick the story, and then it is going to basically give you the full illustration, right? Bible story for kids, right? So now there, I wanted to ask you something. Do you want like a complete list of Bible story categories, or do you want an ability to oh, one another thing I remember now. Yeah, I'll share that. Do you first, let me stick to this. I keep this is my, I get excited sometimes. So do you want the category? So once I'll ask you, then you let me know in the comment section, right? Do you want the categories? These are, I have in my list, right? These are 25 or 30 categories. Like, do you want the category of, like, okay, these are 30 categories, and then you can these are 30 categories, and you can kind of pick from one of them and then go there, right? Or you want like a story script, right? That's, I don't know if that is something you guys are interested in. Like, okay, just give me a script, because right now you can do it anyways, right? Go to script to storybook, upload that story, and a quick hack I will tell you guys. A quick hack, I recently discovered it, right? So okay, so when I say category, right? When I say categories, I mean, okay, you say pre-built stories and custom stories. So in pre-built, you would get the parting of the Red Sea, manna from heaven, the golden calf, King Solomon's wisdom, Joseph in Egypt. Then I'm just like literally, like, I was working on it, right? The ten plagues of Egypt, Moses and Pharaoh, the birth of John the Baptist, stuff like that. So I was just thinking about it. So that's the both more options are better. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna keep that. Um, Another thing, two more things I want to say. This is, I've completely lost in from my mind. Swapping the images. You have this issue where I created a storybook, but the storybook, I don't like the image for one of that pages. You cannot swap it, meaning you can create that external image anywhere from the internet using artistly, whatever it is, and you can swap it, meaning use it on that place, and it will represent that page number. It's really good idea, right? um, uh, that's something I was thinking might be helpful. But if you don't like any specific page image, you can create using Artistly, and you can swap that for that page, so you get the consistency. And when you create the flip book, it is it's going to help you, right? So that's one thing. Would we still be able to edit and revise the images? 100%. Whatever storybook images, you still be able to edit, change the story images, change the story text, whatever it is, right? So that's the thing. No, 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 it doesn't, I see. Interesting. Sure, sure. I'm gonna get that. Excuse me. Now, another hack actually I wanted to tell you, right? As we are speaking, I just discovered, I was like, I don't even know that this thing exists until I tested, because you kind of, these, I remember these things, right? I remember these things, right? When the scientist is doing some experiment, and by mistake he created something that he could not think on his own. When I'm working on these features with the developers, with the machine learning engineers, stuff like that, with you, I just get so many crazy ideas that none of, I would say, none of my ideas are original. Meaning, like, no, I didn't think of any of them. You gave me ideas, I fine tuned it. Seeing your feedback, that's why it means a lot to me. So it's like, Artistly slowly becoming like my baby. Like, I really, teaching it one level after level. So anyways, yeah, that hack I was talking to you about, right? We'll see your questions, right? We'll see your questions. Cool, you guys were doing okay. Really, really, really appreciate it. So let me actually, I want to be able to upload my photograph of multiple characters. Okay, one second. Actually, why is my it's showing me an error? 1 second. Okay, now it is not. Okay, one thing I wanted to actually tell you guys, with ChatGPT, right? So see what I did, right? So I dictate generally. I know I hate writing, right? So say, okay, I'm just going to allow this time. All right. So give me a story of David and Goliath, right? Feature two characters only. Make sure the story has only two characters. And once you've given me the stories, just before you give the story, give the little bit of the character description of each of those characters, right? In detail, in a single paragraph or whatever it is. Make sure you mention what are they wearing, the tops, the bottoms, and or the features and everything. I just say that's your AI guru, guys. AI is so good. You just just I want my results. I don't know, AI. That's what we trained you guys, right? So that's the thing. Okay, jokes apart. I just say it, right? Okay, so it does this. David and Goliath. Now the interesting thing. You can actually give this. So you can actually go to Artistly. Okay, you can go to Artistly, you can go to AI Storybook Studio, go to script to storybook, click on create new story, click on AI character, and when you give it a story, right, it automatically think of its own characters, right? I mean, it creates own character, but you can guide it. At least it's better than having no controls. Obviously, it's very powerful, right? So I'm gonna say character description. I'm gonna literally copy it. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna paste it here. That's what I'm gonna do 4:5. Let's do 2:3. Book details. I'm gonna say by Yash Sharma, and I'm gonna do generate. So you know what it's gonna do? It's gonna take my script, automatically going to write the book title for me. I just left it empty. I want my name as the book author on the front cover, so I added it. I added the page descriptions, and I added this character descriptions, and I added the script. So how it is so powerful, guys, is you can control, right? The more things you can control, the better it is, because you might not want that character in that way, but AI keeps designing that wrong way. You can give it more control, right? So this is something, I don't know if you are using it. This is something really, really, really cool that I have seen. So let's wait. I mean, the idea is it's gonna give you results like this, right? So let me actually go there. Yeah, stuff like this is gonna show you, right? And another thing I want to say, right? So something that you guys have not, I don't know if you have started using it. You can always go here and you can say I, right? And click on edit image and say remove the beard from the giant, right? And submit it. So you know what's gonna do? A lot of the times what happens when you generate, sometimes it has the beard, one of the image does not have the beard. You can always add it. I mean, no issues. You know what I'm trying to say? So this is something that I really, really love about this, right? So see our David and Goliath picture. Look at that. We just created it. How powerful it is, right? David and Goliath by Yash Sharma, right? This image came a little bit wacky. So okay, no worries. You can always take this prompt, right? And this is what I was telling you about, guys. You can take this prompt, use Artistly, any other generators, right? The create from prompt, artistic designer, version 1 or version 2, and then you can, I hope my screen is visible. Yeah, and you can take this prompt, regenerate until you get the perfect result, and swap it with this image. How powerful it is, right? It gives you more control, though. I'm just saying, right? So see, it removed the. I asked it for remove the beard, it removed the hair. So that's why, like, you gotta be, a little bit AI. I'm tweaking it. So add the beard. 1 second. Add the beard and hair giant. I'm working on making it more better so it perfectly follows the text. But the idea is that swapping images, and you can always regenerate, by the way, right? You can always regenerate until you get the final result, right? And that's very, very, very powerful, right? So it got me the monster that I want and stuff like that. It's very, very, very powerful, right? What do you think about it, guys? What do you think? Um, okay, perfect. What if my okay? So let's see. Good questions. What if my story has more than 1 second? Where is the question? Right. Okay. What if my story has more than two characters? Are you planning to give us this option soon? Yes, I am working on, honestly, four. I just hate I just hate that they are not being consistent with the AI being its own AI. But I'm going to make it such that it's going to work properly. So yes, I'm working on it. It's in the pipeline, but it will take some time, right? And some of you were asking, right? So just wanted to show you. I created this using this, right? So it's always about the prompt, right? Because everything is generated with AI. 1 second. Let me actually. Um, yeah. So everything is generated with AI, but look at this. When you give a perfect prompt, see, I created this using the multi-character storybook, where I given it two two images of two kids and create, let's say you have two kids, right? A grandson and a granddaughter. You can combine them. See, it is always, sometimes it is back, sometimes they're interacting, or sometimes they're sitting together, sometimes they're holding the hand. So you can do all this, right? I did this. So you can bring two of some of you guys were asking, right? I have two twins or a granddaughter, two granddaughters, two grandsons. You can bring them. The multi-character storybook that we just showed you in the beginning of this training, you can do. I achieved with this, right? So just want to show you what is possible. Yeah. So that's something. Yeah. So that's something is there. So yeah, guys, what do you think about it so far? Let me give us the swap. Yeah, I'm gonna give you the swap 100%. So something. How can we change the storybook words? Nancy, we already discussed about that, but let me actually. Nancy said, "How can we change the storybook words?" Right? Um, okay, so in this case, right, I think that swap images, like Philip, you were saying, right? instead of sling, instead of sword. So I think once you get the prompt, you can always tweak it, generate it, and swap the images. I think that's going to give you tremendous power, and I'm going to make sure that you get this feature as soon as possible, right? So let's see, how can we change the storybook words, right? So it's very, very easy. What you gotta do is every storybook has this thing, right? Where if you click on I, you will have edit story text, right? So you right now it says this: they looked at the strong bridge and smiled, realizing that working together and caring for others make weak things strong. You can always come to edit story text and you can give it blah 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 blah, right? Add it, right? And it will and just submit it, and it will appear in that story words, right? So a lot of the times, if you find that AI is not following your storybook or story script, you can achieve by with that, right? So you can edit and you can add. So that's something I wanted to mention. So let me know if that helps. A cool feature would be, after the stories are created, going into the section and having editing options and generation of inside the flipbook where all pages are at, like adding pages. Yeah, it's a cool feature, but a little bit technically difficulties to be able to have that. I'm still thinking of a better way to do it. All your suggestions are welcome. I'm just thinking, if I give you the ability where every storybook creates its own folder, and in each folder there's a page 1, page 2, page 3. You can click on page 1 image, you can add the story text, you can edit the image, and you can swap the image. All the pages are lined like that inside the folder. And just think about this from my, like, I generally I'm a more visual. So think about it. Close your eyes, right? Imagine you go to something, there's a folder, and each folder is your individual storybooks, and inside that storybook all your pages are properly mentioned. If you don't like one page, you click on it, you can edit it, or you can swap the image, right? And stuff like that. I'm just thinking, it's still, it's in the plan and idea. So you see, all these ideas are going in the mind. So that's why, um, please, more variety of speech while thinking, dreaming, anger, happiness, and ability to insert images into them. Yeah, speech bubbles. We just showed how to create the speech bubbles, and inserting images. Definitely working on this swapping part. This was text was on the wrong page. I don't know if anyone else had this story, but one of my stories, the text was on the wrong page. Can you create again? Maybe if that you know if that if there's a bug or something, I don't know, like, if it could be a bug, that's just something I also want to mention. Is a lot of times you guys let me know, and sometimes what happens is so many features, so many things, right? And you mentioned the bug, I test it, sometimes it's not a bug, sometimes it's false. So just refresh it, try it again. If you see, you can always DM me on Meta or just Facebook, and you can just let me know, right? So, or tell support team that I want to have a, please direct my email to Yash, tag Yash, and then we'll just go with that, right? So yeah, let's see, right? So are we able to make comic books with panels opposed to separated pages with consistent character feature? So right now there's a trick you can do. We're working on making it consistent character, but if once this live webinar is done, right, what you can do is you can actually use artistic designer v2, and with perfect prompts. I don't know, this camera keep blurring me. Okay, so my camera needs to get upgrade. I'm gonna upgrade this. Yeah, anyways, so apparently it does not do that. It's a new camera. Anyways, so yeah, this is right now not possible, but you can play with your prompts to give you the perfect consistent results. Like, you can say, create the 4 strip panel, keep the characters consistent throughout all panels, and you can give the character description. But I'm gonna make a more easy to use version. It's in the pipeline. Yeah. Yeah, that is getting implemented. Let me know any questions. If you have any ideas, it's okay, you'll ignore the blurring, please stay in your flow. 100% sure. When does the Marathi language feature come? It's added anytime next week. You can expect it. If not, then a lot of times what issues I'm gonna face, right, is I don't know most of these languages. It would be better, it would be amazing if you guys join the Artistly Facebook group or Paul Pana group, right? You just you just see me, right? And just personally DM me. Yeah, excuse me. uh, just personally DM me. The reason I'm saying that is sometimes what happens, right, is I don't know that language and you are the native speaker. You can tell me that, yes, this is where it is falling and it will help me a lot. So specifically, just search Yash Sharma in the group and just DM me, right, on a Facebook DM. That's the best way you guys can connect with me. So I get all these DMs and all. So just send me a DM in the request and whatever request or whatever it is, and we can coordinate, right? Yeah, yeah. So yeah, we can coordinate, and we can kind of work with that, right? Because I really want to have Malay, but I don't know Malay language properly, right? So please do that. I really appreciate it. So Tejas Sinha, thank you, because your products are, and I also suggest to buy your thank you so much, really, really, really appreciate it. Link to the Facebook, please. We'll post it, so one of our team member will post the Facebook link. You can join it and just search for my name, Yash Sharma. And it's my very old profile. I don't get the time to update the profile, and being so much on social media is just building, and so it's pretty comic book style would be nice. Yeah. So Nimrod is saying comic books. So I'm gonna get that. So I guess that's pretty much it, guys. Some major things are coming. I wish I can share with you all, because whatever I share is just the tip of the iceberg. That's only allowed to say. Okay, some interesting thing I'm doing, right? I just show you. I got these some quick live chat, right? So I got these screws. So by the way, and, I wish Meta has sponsored us to show this, but yeah, it's not non-sponsored. Something like this. I got these Meta glasses, and I really love them. I'll show you. I don't know if how they look on it. And these days, after working with developers and all that, I kind of play with them. uh, you know so Norwegian dag. Yes, this language will be added. I added in the list, right? So something I'm working, this is, I'm looking at the future, right? I'm just looking, right? Because iPhone did introduce their iPhone 17 or something. It's very thin, and I'm amazed by what this guy can do, right? This has a camera, by the way, and when I'm playing with it, I'll show you, right? So this, I don't know how it looks like, but this has a camera, right? And right now, I just wish I just shared with you. So yeah. So this has a camera, right? And now I just think about it. What could be the future, right? I'm just thinking about the future as well, right? Being future proof. I got these. I'm playing with this VR headsets. There will be a reality where all of us would be looking at each other in a seminar room or something like that, where we are talking to each other. By the way, and then there will be this. AR thing, right? Already these are AR glasses are being made by Apple, but the way this works is pretty cool, right? Is like when I do this, you see how it's doing? It's recording all this thing. I'll probably post it, right? I can record. I love this thing. I can record what I'm seeing. I can, share, like this can record up to like 3 minutes video. I'm just playing with it. I'm a tech guy, right? So I just thought to share with this with this. Very cool. But yeah, so basically what I'm saying is, I think we are heading this way. I think we are heading in the next 2 or 3 years. We're heading this way where your phones are gonna get transformed, right? Imagine, like, I was just thinking, right? Imagine there's a world like this where we all have this glasses or some kind of thing where we're not it's connected with our phone and we can see everything. We can work on the go. You can be here with me. We can live watch and see how cool it would be, right? And I'm working on something. It's like long thing, but I think there will be I think there will be something major happen in this thing. I don't know, right? We all make these call, but I do really strongly feel that there's a need for this. I just share it out of the context anyways. So that is one thing. Another thing that I just wanted to share, just got it an idea. I was just looking, doing these some of these research, and I realized, and next coming trainings will be focused on maximizing, you know, maximizing your maximizing the Q4 it's having, right? Maximizing the Q4 quarter four that is coming. A lot of niches and opportunities will arrive, and I'll let you know. One of them I found, like, these figurines, right? These figurines we have, right? Three little figures and all that. I like this concept, right? And I'm not a, that's why, right now also, apart from all this, what I'm doing, I'm sitting with 3D modelers, right? People who do 3D stuff. I'm thinking of something. What if you take an image? Let's say I take image of my father, right? Uh, I take image of my father, convert it to a 3D Pixar style, generate a 3D model from that image, remove the background, obviously, have his name, and how cool that gift would be. And I was just thinking about it, and when I was doing some of my research, these things is selling like hotcakes right now. you know you've probably seen these ads where you give it an image. There's a lot of demand for this, right? Because again, right, not much, so I we might you might see a image to 3D conversion sooner in Artistly. We never know, you know we never know, because I'm gonna work with, right, there's a long-term idea, long-term plan, is you get these images, you convert it into STL or don't quote, I'm learning this, this 3D. I'm not from that 3D, I'm learning this, but that format that this 3D printer takes, and you can attach it to a print on demand 3D printing, print on demand supplier, and you can fill those POD orders. So user will give you their image, you convert it and ask them, like, all these 3D action figures that has been viral, now you can actually print them by converting 3D things. Something very interesting, right? I just think, like, okay, if something is impossible, I want to do it. I want to make it possible. I want to do this. That's the thing. I always feel like, we had this the storybook, we made it possible. It's all because of you guys. So yeah, STL, GLB, they call it. So recently I got on a call with one of the 3D modeling experts. So so that's something that is in the mind. But anyways, that's for future, right? So yeah, short term, pet portraits update, massive upgrade I'm gonna share with you. 1 second, what happened? Is it calling? I thought someone is calling me. Yeah. Pet portraits, swapping images, and languages. These three you can access, right? So heck yeah, because people make them for their kids, and the kids want the action figures actually in real life. So how do we do that? Right now, you don't do it. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, you don't need, like, nobody knows how to use 3D software. When I actually opened Blender for the first time, it was like, oh, I am not technical. Just like, I'm not technical, right? I like to play, but I'm not that. That's very tech savvy even for me, right? The Blender stuff. What my plan is you take an image, you convert it to a perfect ready to print 3D model image, and you give it to, like, a supplier to print it. What do you think about that? Would that be something that you like? Would that be something? Because I always feel like if you get the image, you're gonna get that image in perfect dimension, right? SGLB image, they call it STL. Let's do that. So you can send it to the printer, loop printer and demand supplier, and they can print it, right? So yeah, so that's the thing. So let me know. I mean, if you get enough requests, I will do that, right? Yeah. So what do those meta glasses do? Oh, those meta glasses just for recording the videos and having fun. Like, that's it. I would make keychains and toys with it. Interesting. 3D print for image model. That's crazy, Yash. Yeah, I'm working. It's in the pipeline. It's just that it's a very new industry. I'm learning about it. I want to be an expert in that, right? I can keep you busy the rest of your life making these action figures. Yeah, that's my. I've been like, when I was a child, there were these Cartoon Network kids. Like I love, Cartoon Network, and there used to be this Ben Tennyson. Like when I was child, I don't know about what was your childhood, dreams were, but my childhood dream was always, there was this cartoon called Ben Tennyson, right? I don't know, and someone in your family, you must be watching it still. They screwed that storyline after the new guys, but I just love that, right? So the idea is there was this Ben Tennyson guy, right, who has this watch, and he converts into different aliens, right? And I love collecting those aliens, right? Different aliens. As a child, I really want those aliens right now on my work suite, and I'm gonna make this possible with this upgrade, right? So, something I'm gonna work on it, right? So that's the thing. I think kids are gonna love this, and my inner kid is gonna love it right now. So I'm gonna make it possible. So that's something really interesting. I'm gonna look into this 100%. So yeah, guys, let's wait for a few more minutes, 5 more minutes, and we'll wrap up. I hope you loved it, and I loved it. I loved spending every minute with you guys, with you all guys. I wish we can do it forever, 24 hours. Yeah. It's got Ben 10. My kids loved it too. Yeah, it's Ben 10 exactly, Joya, right? Um, 1 second. So yeah, it's called Benton. So that's the thing, right? And what I'm saying is, I love talking main stuff, and the end then just normal stuff. I really feel like my family, right? So really, really, really think keep being the best version of yourself. You guys have been awesome all these years. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. And thank you so much. Me too. Forever. Thank you so much, Nicole. How I'm when I go to my store, I don't get any prompt to change it. I can only read or download. Nancy Harris, if you actually click on the I button, right, or if you watch the replay, there'll only a button on your image in the yellow color. If you have created that image using any storybook, if you created any images not using storybook, you won't see that option. Just would be can you make something great being with you, Yash, and everyone. Thank you so much. Yes, you're the best. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Um, uh, so the best AI app. Really, really, really appreciate it, guys. And next week, be ready. Some crazy things are gonna come. I just can't wait. I wish I could share all that today, but it's gonna be a lot for today, anyways. And I would just, I just feel so bad for people who are watching this video. They're like, oh, I miss these lives. I wish we can attend these webinars live, because I'm thinking of doing like some other times as well. Later, we'll think about that. For replays, they have to sit there and they can't communicate. I just uh, um, um, yeah, so that's the thing, right? You're certainly only going to help us. Yep, indeed, 100%. So, Michael, yeah, Tejas, I hear you. I'm working on Indian cultures as well. It's just that we're a very intricate details, right? For example, so many things. So I hear you. Working on it. We'll share with you. So Tejas, I hear you. Share one thing. So yeah. So your software engineering company. Thank you so much, everybody, for spending your. I'll see you again next week, Friday. Same time, some more amazing upgrade, and but I just say, right, we can be connected throughout, right? So just you message me, Facebook message, and we'll just go with that, right? What are we doing next week? Next week, main thing, pet portraits upgrade, swapping the images. I don't know. We never know, right? We never know. Some crazy thing happens. We know tomorrow, right? So that's the thing. See you again. Thank you so much, everybody, for your love, your feedback, your support, and everything means a lot to me. and the team, they get motivated, because not everyone can attend, because we have people working. I'll surprise you for sure. Yeah, because we have people working across the world. So, but definitely when I show them, right, your messages, they really feel good, right? Because they see that something, and I just want to share this, right? I'm talking to you guys, and I hear them, right, and I feel them. Is As a developer, right, as a core, and like I would say, all the credit goes to them, right? It's not easy to that tech stuff scares me, and they do it so amazing. They do it so crazily. The reason I'm saying it is, I get scared when the bug comes. They're like, what? Guys, fix it. They are my solution, and all credit, all our machine learning engineers working day and night, all our software engineers, developers working day and night. Hats off to them. We don't really do in our organization. We don't work on a deadline basis. We just give them and they work with their pace. We don't really pressurize them, because we feel that everyone should be given their own time to kind of get something. We just give them the idea. But again, right, all credit goes to them, all your ideas. I'm just a mediator, guys. like I, like I had to learn literally all the codes and languages, little basic stuff, just so that I can communicate, because they don't understand our language, and we don't understand their language, and I gotta learn both of the languages. So it was fun. It's really fun. And it was fun. And every feature I talk to them in a tech. Imagine there will be word I talk to them in a 010001 code. It's funny, right? So so that's it, right? That's the thing. So but goes to them, right? Without, not possible, right? The entire ML team, we have a separate machine learning team. We have a they because of the time zone, right? Because of the time zone, they can't get online, everyone. But we have people from Russia, we have people from India, we have people from like all over the place, right? US, Canada, you already know, right? A lot of different places. And with their help and your help and a little bit of mine and a little bit of experience, just what I these days I'm thinking, what I'm doing is, you guys give me the recipe, I cook the cake, and you know what I do? I put those cherries on the cake, right? That's what all I'm doing, right? Is you guys give me idea, I fine tune and make it for them to understand. So that's the thing. Next week I'm gonna surprise you, and have a great weekend, guys. And probably I'm gonna take a little bit, because generally I go outside in the nature. I get a lot of good ideas when I do that. So I'll take a little bit. I'll do a digital detox, get some more ideas. Anyway, things are being done and processed. But yeah, so that is going to get done. And any feature request, anything, just let me know, right? Just let me know, tag me. I'm gonna make sure any bug. And no, not any bug is intentional, guys. Because there's so many things, one thing breaks the other, so we gotta make sure that we do something, it stays the same for all it does not affect. So that's very very tedious thing, testing and all that. But your support and feedback just helped it so far, and just want that, nothing else, right? And that's pretty much it, I guess. We will wrap up today's session, and I'll see you next week with some. I just wish we see everyone every day, but you're gonna be oh my god, like imagine every single day two features. How crazy it would be. So hard to you know get it. That's why we do it weekly, so all together. So okay, Virgilio, while we okay. Hi guys, I am receiving invalid Pinterest URL. Can you post the Pinterest URL? That's something I can ask the guys. Maybe I can look into it. I'm not sure why it is showing that. Like it really didn't, but you can let me know. I'll look into it. So yeah. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. I will talk to you in the next week, Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard. I'm gonna surprise you, some massive upgrades. Till then, Take care of yourself, your family, and your loved ones, your health. Have an absolutely amazing weekend with your loved ones, with yourself. Yeah. And we'll talk to you soon. Till then, take care of yourself. See ya. Bye. Miss you all.